Human Bondage by Somerset Maugham, included on the modern library list of best 100 books of the last century, 20th century, and an excellent work, masterpiece indeed. I must say upfront that Somerset Maugham is among the five favorite authors of mine. He's there with Proust, and the list has been modified in the more than five because recently I've discovered authors like Flannery O'Connor, Bernard Malamud, of whom I had not heard before starting this cycle of reading. Somerset Maugham is the author I was reading in hospitals years ago when, for ulcers treatment, I had to spend, and for a peculiar situation back then, not to be insisted upon here, 100 days in a year or so. Anyway, his stories in particular, the South Seas, were there to make this stay within four walls, enjoyable rain, and all the rest. This is a novel, and it's autobiographical. Philip Carey, the main author, has a club foot. He was born in difficult circumstances. His parents die. He's an orphan, and his evolution, his history, resembles that of the wonderful author Somerset Maugham. It's just that the club foot appears to be his homosexuality, which was a severe, if we don't say handicap anyway, we're not saying that anymore today. We prefer challenged, horizontally challenged, for fat and so on. So in this case, if it wasn't a handicap, it was an important disadvantage, because we're talking of an age when homosexuality was not just unacceptable, so to say, but illegal. So the famous Oscar Wilde went to jail for that, and others as well. So Philip Carey has to suffer quite a lot on account of his foot, club foot, until he gets used to it. Now, positive psychology says that there's a phenomenon called hedonic adaptation, and we basically adapt to almost anything. Good, winning the lottery doesn't bring some happiness, but then we come back to the base level. As well as negative. Fortunately, we also adapt to negative circumstances, like people who have a paralysis of some kind. They adapt, they get used to with a new situation. So Philip Carey has difficult childhood. He stays with an uncle who is a member of the clergy, and very rough, mean, selfish man. At one point, he gives some of his egg to Philip. He doesn't give him an egg. Here's some of my egg, things like that. Cheap, maybe you would say. And that relationship is always tense throughout. He meets some women. Unfortunately, he also meets Mildred, a woman who in the first place works as a waitress, but then at one point she has to become a prostitute. Philip helps her, but she's not only ungrateful for the fact that he pays in, again, dire straits, because he doesn't have money himself, so he has to take from his mouth, so to say, to share with her. And she runs away for a while with his friend, This is an interesting, meaningful story, novel, uh, which you do very well to read. As I said, it is acclaimed and considered one of the best Somerset Maugham and one of the best in the English language. I hope you enjoy.